Hello, everybody and every soul. My name is Merrily Milmoe, and I welcome you to my new TV channel, supersoulsolutions.tv, where I am providing 12 weekly short episodes called Earth Game Mastery, the manual you never got at birth. As a 4-hour-a-night researcher for 43 years studying multiple subjects, I have chosen for this series to condense fascinating, quick, bottom-line answers to over 65 essential questions on creator, creation, and you, the human race, such as why are you here on Earth, who you really are, what's your purpose, and what's our destiny, including the many agendas of our Creator and much more. Very exciting. Many of my clients and friends have said to me recently that they've been feeling completely overwhelmed, overworked, and depressed, pressed down. I'm certain many of you can relate to this. That has inspired me to bring forward this material now, even though I've been sitting on it since the 1990s, when Robert Shapiro channeled a being named Zosh, who's a cosmic historian and evidently companion to our Creator, which is interesting. Zosh has also been a planetary being twice, such as our Mother Earth is. She's very much alive, as some of you may know. So first, I would like to thank both Robert and Zosh for these valuable answers and huge perspective that we have certainly never been taught in schools or other institutions. Please go to Robert's website at explorerace.com for more in-depth information. This outside-the-box information will help offer new insights to make more sense about what's going on in this world. This will hopefully ease your anxiety and confusion. Do you know one of the most important goals asked of us at this time as members of the human race? It's to focus on raising our consciousness by expanding the way we currently think of the world and view ourselves. Collective consciousness is not just another woo-woo term. The results of our collective consciousness focused on a common goal and vision have been proven to positively affect reality, for real. This is based on spiritual physics, and examples can be found on my website at supersoulsolutions.com. This TV channel will continue to share positive and expansive news, which you will not get with the fear porn on regular TV. Yes, it will sometimes be mind-bending, but it will also be soul-mending and inspirational, meant to inform you, empower you, and lift your spirits. That's my intent for all of us to stop regenerating the habit of fear. I am sure most of you have heard before the acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real. What does this mean for our evolutionary growth and future? It means that we are transitioning from struggling through tough remedial classes in Earth School to advanced placement classes in graduate school. You may not notice it yet with the chaos of the surfacing dysfunctions on Earth that have to be seen, examined, and healed first. But we are creating collectively a new society, new humans, and a new brighter Earth, whose motto will be integrity, equanimity, and compassion for all. Now, I would like to remind you of 3 principles that will help you relate to this material that I'll be sharing in these episodes. The first principle is the law of correspondence from Hermes. Very simple: as above, so below. I like to also add, as outside, so inside. I am going to show you something that may illustrate this first principle. Mark Miller, a doctoral student at Brandeis University, is researching how particular types of neurons are connected to one another. The image on your left shows 3 red or yellow neuron cells and their connection in a mouse brain, a micro perspective. And on your right, an international group of astrophysicists used a computer simulation to recreate how the universe grew and evolved. This image is a snapshot of the present universe that features a large cluster of galaxies, bright yellow, surrounded by thousands of stars, galaxies, and dark matter. A macro perspective. Together they suggest the amazingly similar patterns found in vastly different natural phenomena. For me, this illustrates the first principle just mentioned, as above, so below. And perhaps further research will eventually discover a divine design that uses similar communication functions connecting micro and macro levels of creation in one unified field of collective consciousness. The second principle is the concept of fractals. In other words, you are each miniature versions of Creator, nested in its dream of creation, if you will. Thus, spiritual logic tells us we are creators. In fact, we are on Earth as creators in training. Being fractals of the Creator, we are designed to know Creator intimately. I feel that to know the Creator is to know ourselves. Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. And Socrates exclaimed, the unexamined life is not worth living. I would say, the unexamined life will not provide the wisdom necessary to truly live, which is the purpose of this series. Growth and self-realization require that we ask ourselves pertinent questions and be willing to contemplate expansive answers. Ultimately, self-realization is one of the first attributes of spiritual intelligence. It will provide us the understanding that the Creator is not just outside us or separate from us. The Creator is inside all of us. The third principle will be my use of metaphors and analogies as teaching tools. Please excuse me because I get a little confused between those two. I really prefer you don't just passively listen and view each answer as merely a philosophical idea. Please participate and directly apply each answer to yourself and your own life experience here on Earth. An obvious metaphor for how our Creator feels towards you could be how a healthy parent feels toward their children. And if you're not a parent, how about how healthy entrepreneurs relate to their employees? And if you can't relate to that, I'm sure you own a pet. So how you as a compassionate animal steward treat your pets. So with all that said, here's how this video series is going to work. I've condensed this unique information, 90% of which comes from Zosh, into 12 short bottom line episodes, which will ask and answer over 65 essential questions. Since my nature is very playful, I would like to make this series fun by having you participate with me in a quick version of virtual Cosmic Jeopardy. So how will this game work? I will ask you a question and you will have only 5 to 6 seconds to answer before I ring the bell. Sounds like that. So don't overthink it. Go with your first impulse, and that's usually how intuition and inspiration works best. And please, no performance anxiety. Okay? I'll provide the answers. The Jeopardy part is just for fun. Let's begin episode 1, starting with the Creator category. Answer this one with just a simple yes or no. Ready? Was our Creator created? Go. Zosh says yes, indeed. For the second question, and give this your best shot, how was our Creator created? You have 6 seconds. Go. Creator was created similarly to how we were created. Creator apparently came forth from all that is, which is the void that appears empty, yet is full of creative potential. Zosh, the companion of our Creator, tells the story of our Creator's birth as emerging from the center womb of a sort of starfish-shaped entity. Our Creator spiraled down a birth-like tube that had 11 sections in each arm, radiating out from the central space. So our Creator came from all that is, having been pulsed through each section until it popped out of the last 11th section, and voila! So who knows how many years that took? Millions, I would imagine. It then began to explore its surroundings, feeling and contemplating who it is and its individual consciousness and awareness. Does that sound similar in any way to our own birth process? Ready for the third question? Needing a simple yes or no answer. Here we go. Does Creator feel there is something bigger beyond it? Go. Yes is the answer. Fourth question. Why does Creator feel there is something beyond it? Go. Because Creator feels inspired. It feels and senses that the inspiration it receives is sourcing from something beyond itself, something much larger. Don't many of us sense the same thing about our Creator? There's no proof per se, yet we sense and feel that there is something more intelligent and larger that creates and allows all this amazingness to happen. Ask yourself, can you prove the existence of love? You just sense and know love exists because you can feel it. It's what I call your own source soul signature. The next question is not difficult. Ready? What is the all-reaching feeling essence that Creator carries? I gave you a hint just before. Ready? Go. It's love. Unconditional love is our Creator's essence, and that is why Creator trusts us to eventually co-create a benevolent creation. Some say we reside in the love universe. Other universes have been referred to as the beauty universe or the truth universe, and there are many more. Now for the sixth question. Shout out whatever first comes to you, even if you get only a few words out before the bell rings. Ready? This one's a whopper. What's the purpose of creation? Go. Zosh says the purpose of creation is to move beyond what one thinks or knows to be so, to become ever more creatively expansive. So what does that mean? God knows we've all had periods of incubation or stagnation. I certainly have. It means that we as creators are most fulfilled when we are creating and expanding ourselves. Isn't that true? At the end of every episode, I will be giving you a short, doable, and fun takeaway contemplation exercise. So for this episode, I would like you to open, allow, and expand yourself and your world to become a little bit bigger, to consciously do something that you would normally feel uncomfortable to do, as long as it does no harm to you or anyone else, obviously. To inspire you to expand more, I'd like to recite some well-known prose by Marianne Williamson. Quote, "Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others." End quote. That's it for our first episode, folks. If you'd like to share any insights you've had so far, please write me at merrily@supersoulsolutions.com. See you next week when you'll receive answers to such questions as, what is the foremost requirement for all creators? Thanks for joining me, and see you then.